Right. Good morning, everyone. We'd like to welcome you all to our next session of our Audio Matters webinar series, where today, basically, we're going to be unlocking the secrets to the perfect meeting space. Our meeting today is in association with Shure, and I'd like to introduce you to Igor Gaidarov, who's with myself, Matt Nettlefold here over at our offices here
Hello,
in
everyone.
Harlow. Great stuff. So before we kick things off, I think what we'll do is we'll just quickly run through a few housekeeping bits and bobs. So essentially, we'll run through the presentation, and what we'll do is we're going to hold a dedicated Q&A at the end of the presentation so that we can keep time. If you can use the Q&A function at the top of your screen, basically to ask any questions, and we can come to those later. Just to let you know, the questions are being moderated, so please watch what you say. And I can also say that the webinar is being recorded, so we'll be able to watch things later. Anyone who can't make it, a link will be able to be forwarded on. So basically, in the next 30 minutes, let's take a look at what we're going to cover. Essentially, we're going to give you a little bit of a brief intro on Audiologic, who we are and what we do. Then I'm going to pass across to Igor, who's going to go into some details about solving challenges in conferencing for the last 50 years. There's going to be some secret ingredients that he will go into for perfect audio in meeting spaces, which sounds intriguing. And then we'll take a look at Audiologic and Shure, how we work together and how we can support you. There is going to be an interactive quiz where you can win a prize at the end of the presentation, which will be a little bit of fun. And then we can move on to the Q&A after that. So that's our agenda for today. So basically, let's just quickly take a look at who Audiologic are. Basically, we're an audio distributor that's been in the industry for over 20 years, and we have a focus basically on serving the AV and systems integrator market. We've expanded fairly significantly. We're now 40 staff, including some experienced in-house technical team personalities who are basically synonymous within the industry. So we're also part of the EAV group, 8 companies basically who are spread throughout Europe, and they've got all sorts of stability and knowledge. So basically, we have those guys there. Essentially, we are a one-stop shop. We're known to work within the industry. We've got all sorts of innovative products and brands, and we spec and supply and we support. So essentially now what I want to do is to hand over to my colleague Igor, who will take you through solving challenges in conferencing in the last 50 years. Igor, it's over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Thanks to Audiologic for inviting us to Audio Matters webinars. Unfortunately, I just lost control from the presentation, so I can't swap slides, which is weird. Hopefully, we'll come back in a couple of seconds. But anyway, yeah, we support this Audio Matters message like no one else. Because we are a 100 years old company, one of the oldest companies in AV industry, and we've been celebrating like crazy this year, 2025. We were founded, like I said, 100 years ago, 1925, and we started as a distributor, just like Audiologic here. We were distributing audio parts for radio, for radios, and then we started to distribute microphones. And during Great Depression, we distributed lots of stuff, including, some irons and other bits. Yeah, if you can swap to the next slide. Oh, it's gone. Just give me a second. Microsoft Teams always send surprises to us, right? So hopefully you can see my presentation now. Right, so every artist and musician has known Shure microphones for decades. We've supported pro audio industry, pro audio community for over 100 years, and we are no strangers to the conferencing world either. In fact, we've been supplying microphones for conferencing applications for a very long time, but then there was a challenge. When you place several microphones in the same space and unmute them all at once, you encounter all sorts of issues like comb filtering and increased noise levels, etc., etc. To solve this, we introduced our first conferencing product in 1975, 50 years ago. This product was called the Voice Gate, and this was a voice-activated system designed specifically for speech applications. A bit later in the 80s, we expanded our conferencing portfolio. You could say that we actually had a predecessor to today's famous ACPR system. It was called Shure AMS back then. This system had an auto mixer and an automatic video switcher that could basically switch cameras based on the active microphone. And we later offered a speakerphone that you needed to connect to a landline because, you know, back then there was no Microsoft Teams or Zoom or anything like that, just a common phone on the desk.
I have to admit, Igor, the teleconferencing unit there looks a little bit familiar, possibly Polycom-esque.
Yeah, well, that's funny that you mentioned this, Matt, because yeah, if you get rid of this wooden parts of the speakerphone, this is the classic three-element speakerphone of famous Polycom SoundStation. But Polycom SoundStation was launched, I think, in the 90s or in 1989, something like that. So we offered this solution several years before. And yeah, you're absolutely right. This design became very famous in the industry. But furthermore, we provided a wide range of DSP units, which you still use today, just in a software-based form on a single device, like our modern P300 processor, for example. Some might argue that Shure began researching conferencing products long before the 70s and the 80s. This is on the slide, the page from the notebook of Ben Bauer. He was the creator of the Elvis microphone, famous Elvis microphone. And Ben Bauer theorized about an incredibly directional beam type microphone. He explored all the physics behind such a design, such a microphone. And honestly, this is almost like a sci-fi story, really, similar to the scene in Iron Man 2 film, if you remember, when Tony Stark's father says that he was limited by the technology of his time. And that's exactly what actually happened with Bauer's concept. The idea was great and brilliant, but the technology just wasn't there to do what Ben Bauer wanted to do, right? The technology didn't exist yet. So we could only turn this theory into reality decades later with the microphone that you're very familiar with, the MXA 910 ceiling array and MXA 310 table array. And I think it would be fair to say that these microphones, they changed the conference room forever, how it looks and what technologies are used in these rooms. But let's talk about our current solutions. Since 2016, we've made a major leap in technology and in what our products can do. And frankly speaking, we are no longer just a microphone manufacturer, right? We are a solution provider, a complete solution provider. We deliver these days an end-to-end ecosystem to ensure our customers experience best-in-class audio. And our partners experience great commissioning process, right? We started with just 2 microphone arrays, as I said before, 910 and 310. But today our portfolio offers solutions for pretty much every space, design, and budget. We have an MXA 901 ceiling array with a smaller footprint, but the same audio quality as our flagship 920. We have an MXA 710 linear array that you can mount however you want, really, on the wall, on the ceiling, in the table. And there's very unique MXA 902 ceiling array with an integrated loudspeaker. And of course, our Microflex wireless systems with a variety of transmitters, boundaries, handhelds, and body packs. And actually, a very fun fact, it was developed, the Microflex wireless was developed in our R&D office in Scotland. So you can say that it's almost made in Great Britain, designed in Great Britain, that's for sure. And the heart of our ecosystem is, of course, our famous IntelliMix audio processing, which is available in hardware form, like P300 that you all know and love, or in software form in IntelliMix Room. And we also provide comprehensive management tools and a wide range of loudspeakers, both networked and passive, including some truly unique offerings in the market, like the mini pendant loudspeaker or a portable wall mount loudspeaker, something that not every manufacturer does currently. Now, let's look at the conference room from another perspective, the challenges partners and customers face, and the secret ingredients Shure offers to solve these challenges. One of the most common challenges is, of course, budget, right? Traditionally, building a high-quality audio system requires an awesome microphone and a powerful DSP packed with lots and lots of features. That adds cost and takes up space in the meeting room or in the server room. But with Shure conferencing microphones, almost all of them really, except for MXA 310 table array currently, you don't need to buy a separate DSP with other mics. It's already built in, the DSP, with plenty of features like echo cancellation, noise reduction, audio mixing, and more. So if you're designing a room with just one MXA microphone or one MXW access point, you can replace the P300 processor with any USB matrix, which is a Dante to USB converter. And this will save money for your customers. And this will make your solution, therefore, more cost-effective. And more rooms you build this way, the more money you'll save. Another ingredient that's often overlooked is certification. Many people underestimate those logos on products, assuming they're just part of a testing procedure, sure completed with vendors like Microsoft, Zoom, or Google. But these certifications actually enhance audio quality in the room. The thing is, when you connect a certified solution, like for example P300 with an MXA array, Microsoft Teams and Zoom disable their own audio processing and rely on our audio processing instead. And that's because they trust our century-long expertise and superior audio quality. And actually processing audio is always better locally rather than sending it to the cloud, consuming resources, consuming network bandwidth, and then sending it all back to the room. So don't ignore those certified logos. There's a lot of happening under the hood to ensure the best possible audio experience for the customer. Another ingredient that can help you win over security-conscious customers, like security-minded, like banks, for example. This feature is Shure Audio encryption. The common challenge is that by default, Dante audio traffic is unencrypted. That means that in theory, a malicious actor inside customer's organization or customer's network, the malicious actor could intercept the network traffic and copy it and then listen to confidential conversations. That's one of the many reasons why customers hesitate to allow AV equipment on their corporate network, because it introduces significant risks for them. But Shure Microflex ecosystem solves this with a unique feature, Shure Audio encryption. It secures all audio traffic, all Dante traffic between Shure devices, between microphones and DSPs and loudspeakers, using a very strong 256-bit AES encryption. This feature is license-free. It's included in every Shure Microflex ecosystem product, every device, and it is incredibly easy to configure it. Just create a passphrase and your audio traffic, your Dante traffic, is fully protected. But it's not just important to encrypt your audio, it's equally critical to secure your control plane, how you control devices. Otherwise, you could end up with an unmuted microphone when it should be muted, right? So with Shure-free solutions like Shure Cloud and System API, you can manage devices through encrypted channels, either in the cloud, if customer allows AV equipment being looking in the internet, or on-premise with System API and solutions like from Control Concepts or something that you can build on your own even. This means that you can monitor your devices, the battery life, and either they're muted or not. And then you can even update firmware remotely across all rooms without having to visit each room with a laptop. And of course, one of our secret ingredients is our strong partnership network. I think it's very important to not stay in isolation from the market, from other vendors. We understand that no single company can meet 100% of customers' needs, right? Everyone wants a solution tailored to their specific requirements. And that's why Microflex ecosystem works natively with products for simpler rooms like Logitech, HP Poly, and Neat, as well as with more complex systems where QSYS is used. In fact, there's a huge range of ready-to-go modules for QSYS processors. I'm sure you know them and use them in your work. And honestly, Matt, I think this is Audiologic's own secret ingredient, Shure plus QSYS, right?
Definitely, yeah. It's something which works really well for us. The partnership that we have together is absolutely ideal. I tend to find that QSYS and Shure together work perfectly. There's a seamless integration there, which is great.
Yeah. And we're also proud of our partnership with Hudley, which is now part of our IntelliMix room kits, all-in-one box solution for standardized rooms. And the great thing is that you can also get this directly from Audiologic with Hudley cameras. And finally, our most unique ingredient that we just starting to roll out, really, the new Shure IntelliMix Foundation system. This is the first ever MTR device with an onboard audio processor. Think of this box as a P300. It looks very similar to P300, actually. So this is a P300 combined with a Windows-based MTR in just one device, in one box, something that's never been done before. This, of course, boosts efficiency of the meeting spaces and saves money for your customers because, again, you don't need to buy a processor anymore. Everything works via Dante. This compute device is a Dante device, and you can connect there anything you want, really. And with this step, with introducing Shure IntelliMix Foundation systems, Shure is evolving beyond audio. I guess you can say that we're becoming an IT brand in a way. And I think that it's also fair to say that Audiologic is becoming an IT distributor too, because you can purchase these MTRs from Audiologic with a very competitive margin. In fact, check out Audiologic's pricing. I believe you'll be surprised at how much you can earn on these computer-based devices. To sum up, I want to bring back this slide showcasing our Microflex ecosystem, our complete end-to-end audio solution. With this ecosystem, you can actually cover up to 90% of all meeting rooms, small, medium, large, divisible spaces, using the most advanced technology that is available today in the market. And it becomes even better with Audiologic because of their value-added business model, right? So when you buy Shure Microflex ecosystem at Audiologic, you gain the advantages of working with a single supplier for all devices and a dedicated account manager who will take care of you every step of the way. And then you'll receive premium support from both Shure and Audiologic. And to be honest with you, Audiologic's technical team is outstanding. Their knowledge spans multiple brands and technologies. And frankly, even I sometimes reach out to Anna and her team for advice on tricky tuntic configurations. Their expertise is that deep and versatile. It's really hard to overestimate Audiologic's contribution to the AV industry. I'm sure you agree with me, Matt.
I will indeed. I will indeed. Great stuff. Thanks, Igor.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And on top of that, you get all the security features we've discussed, the seamless integration, easy commissioning, and audio that simply sounds amazing. For complex projects with voice lift and camera tracking and multiple inputs, you can always rely on Audiologic's expertise combined with advanced solutions like QSys with big multi-channel DSPs, with ACPR and Sear Vision advanced camera tracking. So yeah, always reach out to Audiologic when you need more help with Shure and/or QSys. That's all from me today. Please leave your questions in Q&A. And Matt, over to you again.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks, Igor. So basically, just to cover off where Audiologic supports you, we've got many, many years of experience using the Shure Microflex ecosystem, and we trust how the products perform in the real world, basically. Essentially, we specify Shure for audio quality, interoperability, and reliability. And our respective teams know each other well, and we work closely with Shure, trusting their expertise and using our expertise and technical competency over here as well. We basically are helping you to choose the right tools for the job and guarantee end user experience as intended, basically. So that's where we are at Audiologic. So I think now we're moving across to quiz time. So you should, I would imagine, have your screens up there showing an interactive QR code. If you can scan that QR code, and basically we can then move on to the quiz, which we'll be able to view. Yeah.
You don't need to download any applications. Will just open in your browser on your mobile device. And today you can win a MV6 microphone, digital microphone. That works actually really great with Teams because it has a feature, the mute sync. When you press the button on the microphone, it will mute your in Teams as well. So really, really great mic for home office solution.
Ideal. So I think we're starting to get some people into the queue now there, so they can all be entered into the competition. So
it's important to know that you don't just need to answer correctly, but also you need to be the quickest.
It's fastest fingers
person,
first,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And when you win, don't forget to take a screenshot of your phone, and we'll tell it later what to do with the screenshot, right?
So just waiting for the last few. So here we go. Competition has started. So check your device. What are the names of the presenters today?
Oh, wow. That's a hard one.
Bit of a tricky one to start off with, but there we go. All good. So 8 seconds to go. Let's see how we're doing.
I wonder what's the correct
Looks like
answer.
Everyone has voted.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like everyone is correct. Yes.
Wow. But let's see who is the quickest.
Exactly. Let's look at the leaderboard here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. A lot of people who were very, very quick, but it seems that Morgan is the fastest person.
Exactly. So question number 2. Hope all you players are ready. And let's kick it off. As we say, fastest fingers first on this.
Yeah, so when was Shure founded? What year?
Slightly more tricky. Hopefully people were paying attention.
Yeah.
Here we go. 5 seconds to go. And let's look.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
majority
Good.
got it right with 1925.
Exactly. 100 years ago. 100 years. 25th April 1925, in fact.
So let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Wonder if Morgan's still fastest.
Yeah,
Wow,
Morgan's
he's still fastest. Wow, that's great.
Go. Excellent stuff.
I bet Morgan was preparing for this quiz in advance.
Certainly looks like it. So, on to question number 3. Let's move on with this one and see what we've got. So, what is the Shure MTR called? Fastest fingers first. Got IntelliMix roof, IntelliMix window, plinth, or foundation. So, basically, get voting.
That's certainly a tough one.
I'm sure people were paying attention.
All right. That's an interesting result, to be honest.
Okay. So
nice.
10 got the foundation system correct. So how is this going to have affected the leaderboard? Let's take a look.
Oh, wow. That actually changed. So you see, you still have chance to win. Even if you are not the fastest, you still have chance to win. So yeah, be sure to answer the next question correctly.
Here we go. Final question.
Final question.
Everyone ready? And
which feature is available on the MXA901 ceiling microphone array? Onboard DSP, onboard CCTV, onboard BBC, or onboard API? That's more deep technical question. So let's see how many people can answer that. Oh, brilliant.
Excellent.
Amazing result. So let's reveal our winner. Who is the fastest finger, the wildest,
in the
Wild
industry?
West? Yes, in the industry. I think we should make a diploma for the fastest finger as well. Okay, Matt Stradling, congratulations.
Matt Stradling wins. So remember to take a shot of this screen here so that we can utilize that. Definitely. And you can then claim your prize. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
Thank you everyone for playing.
Great. Thank you for that. Right. And let's just move on. So we have a winner. We have a winner. Excellent stuff. So Matt Stradling, well done. Well done to you. Great stuff. Okay. So basically, that kind of covers us for that there. And what we'll do now is we will move on to the question and answer session. So what we will do is basically bring up some questions, and Igor, I will raise those with you. So, okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. John F asks, what size rooms are catered for by the room kits? Is it one kit does all, or are there different kits?
So there are 4 kits available for different sizes of the room, from the smallest to the largest. The smallest kit contains Shure MTR and MXA902 ceiling array with an integrated speaker. So you cover with from both sides with a loudspeaker and the microphone. And also the Hadley IQ is going there. Actually, I'm using Hadley IQ right now. It's in fixed position, but when you put it into framing mode, it will automatically frame on different participants in a smaller space. And then the second kit for kind of medium-sized rooms, like 5 by 6 meters, something like that, includes again 902 and MTR and Hadley IQ this time, a better camera for bigger rooms. And then the next kit contains 2 MXA 902s, so you can place 2 in the same space right now with Hadley IQ and an MTR. And the largest kit will cover you for 12 by 6 meters area with 2 MXA 902s and Hadley Crew system with 3 cameras. And this all, by the way, for a very competitive price as well, because if you try to buy those separately, like Crew System from Hadley and MTR separately and 902 separately, you will be way over the price of the largest kit for IntelliMix room kits. So definitely check those out. They are great.
Excellent. Great stuff. Thanks, Igor. Next question. Lee Denton asks, does the IMX TP11 USB-C connection also provide BYOD functionality for Zoom calls or just content share?
This is just for content share. It doesn't provide power as well. It doesn't provide BYOD natively because, to be honest, Microsoft is not fond of BYOD for obvious reasons, right? They want to keep customers in their ecosystem. So there's nothing that works natively, but obviously as an integrator, you can do miracles with this, right? So you can use different products to introduce BYOD if you want, but this is not something that we support or Microsoft really supports.
Great stuff. Matt Stradling asks, is the AES 256 encryption only available when using Shure mics with Shure DSPs, or can it be used with third-party equipment?
Yes. That works only with Shure DSPs, only within Shure Microflex ecosystem, because Dante encryption is not something that is made by Dante. In this case, this is made by us. So we cannot work with other third parties in this case. But I know that you can, for some devices, you can configure this multi-brand encryption of Dante in the network. But in this case, you'll need to buy Dante Domain Manager, right? And I think this is something that is available from Audiologic too, right, Matt?
Yes, yeah, it is indeed.
So using this software, this license, you can configure between different brands. But if you don't want to spend money or you don't have budget for this, you can go with Shure Microflex ecosystem and configure it free of charge, basically.
Great stuff. And finally, John F says, asks the question, does the remote monitoring work with QSys? Can you see devices in their system?
Not with our devices, not with our systems at the moment. I know that QSys has a QSys Reflect, right?
They do indeed, yeah.
So I think that they might come up with supporting Shure devices from this QSys Reflect, because I know that, for example, Crestron XIO does that. They can support from their controlling system, they can support Shure devices. I'm not sure if QSys is on board with that just yet, but technically it is totally possible, but that's up to them to implement it, right? From Shure Cloud, you can see only Shure devices, nothing third party can be managed from there.
Okay, it looks as if that may be it for the questions. I can't see any more that have come in. We'll just give it a couple of seconds to see if anyone else wants to pop anything in. Let's just see. Matt's just popped a message in to say, do you need an on-site compute or server to run Dante Domain Manager?
This is a question to you, Matt.
You will do on that side. So yes, that will be the case. So there we go. That's that on there. And anything else coming in? Just give it a few minutes.
Yeah, Dante Domain Manager is a very powerful tool. It allows not only the encryption, but also it allows for Dante traffic to go from one subnet to another. But again, this is a powerful tool, but it will cost you. It will cost you definitely.
Great stuff. Okay, so that wraps it up for the question and answer session. So basically all that leaves us with is to say thank you from both Igor and myself for joining us today. I know there are a couple of little glitches at the start, but I think we got everything all sorted out and underway, which was great. Hopefully you found the whole session insightful with some information that you can take away. Obviously, we've got a recording of this as well, so you can sort of come back to it at any time. If you've got any questions or queries, or if you want to discover more, maybe start a conversation about a particular project, then you can go to www.audiologic.co.uk/Shure, or you can scan the QR code on the left of the screen. So all that leaves me to say is to once again say thank you. Thank you, Igor, for joining us. And we wish you all a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cheers.